I had to take a picture.
Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2.
Stewart, the linebacker, number 2, senior Trey Rock, number 6, senior Jordan Kirshner, 44, Eddie Gallo, safety, number 3, senior Ian Johnson, number 35, junior Aiden Morton, cornerback, number 4, senior.
Thank all the fans for tuning in tonight. We'll be with you momentarily. Getting some of our notes together.
No doubt about it, dude.
They were supposed to have a roster for us, but they did not, but it's okay. We're here tonight in Shillington, Pennsylvania.
Oh, coming to you live tonight. You're right, Dew. On a chilly night, probably temperatures maybe in the 40-degree range, but it's clear. It's going to be a dry track for some great football action tonight here on a chilly night for football in Shillington, Pennsylvania. We take the show on the road. It's Sports Shooting Stars, again, coming to you live. Some last-minute notes. They did not have the rosters prepared. I had to take a picture of the rosters and quickly write. So both teams have entered the playing field, and we're about a minute away probably for kickoff here. And a nice representation here from the Spring Grove Rocket fan base here
absolutely.
tonight,
On the visitor side, in the stands, they have a lot of Spring Grove Rockets fans. They're here to support their team tonight. They know that it's going to be an uphill battle going against a team like Governor Mifflin, number one, in their division, Berks County champions. Also, had the three-headed monster with Trey Rock, Nicholas Singleton, and their quarterback. Got to get that name there in a few seconds. But
Eden Johnson and, of course, Nick Singleton, a three-head monster here for Governor Mifflin Mustangs. They come in with a 9-0 record. Conversely, Spring Grove comes in here with a 10-1 record. Their lone loss on the season to the Central York Panthers do.
Yeah, and also to add about Nicholas Singleton, he has over 100 touchdowns so far in his career and over 5,000 yards from scrimmage. So he's a guy that can pick up a lot of ground.
And we happen to have the pleasure of seeing him in our opening game this season at York High down at the Meadow, and they demolished York High 55-6. And Nick Singleton was our player of the game that night.
Absolutely, man. He's a big back, man. He's cut a little different than the rest of the guys we see out here on the during our games. But they have this option play that they like to run. It's almost deadly. I mean, it's unstoppable pretty much, Todd, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see it a couple times tonight.
We may see that, but, Spring Grove has a nice running back as well.
Yes, sir.
Zaire Brooks comes in here as a senior with over 2,200 yards rushing and 30 touchdowns, which is number one in the York Area League. Keep an eye on Zaire Brooks. And also, let's not forget quarterback Andrew Osman, their Swiss utility knife of sorts. I mean, he can punt, he can kick, can play the safety position. He has an offer from Valparaiso State. He's a junior, and as you can see, the captains are meeting at midfield, two of which, Zaire Brooks and Andrew Osman. Nick Singleton out there for Governor Mifflin as well. Spring Grove, and they're all white jerseys tonight. Governor Mifflin, what would you say, that an Auburn color jersey?
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of this movie that came out years ago. It's called The Program with Omar Epps, if you remember that.
Omar Epps.
They had the same colors.
Craig Sheffer was in there, a local actor from our area back in York.
Absolutely, they had the same colors, that crimson look. Reminds me of The Program back in the day with Omar Epps, like 1998, that era.
Yeah, I think it was in the 90s. You're right. You're kind of dating us now, dude, when we took some of our
we're up there now, Todd.
Oh, yeah, the secret's out, right?
Absolutely.
With the program. With James Caan, I believe, as well. He was an actor.
Let's give a shout out to some of our sponsors tonight, Todd, before the game starts. We'll have Dean's Auto Plaza.
Dean's keys to the game. I think one of them is going to be stopping the defense of Spring Grove, stopping Nick Singleton.
Absolutely. Also, S3 Performance Training back again sponsoring with us.
717 Hoop Group, correct?
No, 717 Hoop Dreams.
Hoop
Dreams. They're also. We'll give you some more information about them in a few minutes of each sponsor, and also our new sponsor tonight, 717 Sports Media. So give a big shout out to them as well. We'll be talking more about each sponsor throughout the game, but you can see the information at the bottom lower third of our telecast.
Right now, we're having the playing of our national anthem here at Governor Mifflin. there you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem, preceded by the school anthem here at Governor Mifflin by the Governor Mifflin Marching Band, and we are just moments away from kickoff here.
Tonight's game, referee Scott Lambert, the umpire Mark Bennington, and line's judge Todd Scott, line judge Greg Stanley, field judge John McDonald, side judge Darren Clark.
Another big matchup due taking place tonight of local interest. Kennerdale travels to Lampeter Strasburg tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow, York Catholic will play West Catholic at Cardinal O'Hare High School. The three remaining teams in YIAA. And if you started the season, would you predicted those three remaining, do?
Well, not to start the season, but you know, it's always a marathon, not a race. So you know, those teams that still in it right now, you know, done a great job to get this far. You want to encourage them and also give them a lot of credit for, you know, how far they came so far this year.
No doubt about it. Congrats once again to Kennerdale, York Catholic, and the Spring Grove team. They're going to be in their all-white jerseys here. Andrew Osman getting set to kick off, the left-footed kicker. Kicks it high, back to receive it. Nick Singleton at the 15, out to the 20, looking for running room. Nick Singleton right up the middle, and he got tripped up by the kicker, Andrew Osman, or he may have been gone on that kick return.
Yeah, he's starting off the right way to start this game in front of his home crowd.
No doubt about it. Keep an eye on offensively for Governor Mifflin, number 10. Nick Singleton. In the backfield, you'll see a steady dose of Nick Singleton. He comes in to tonight's game with nearly 1,500 yards rushing and 30 touchdowns on the season. Backs in the I formation for Governor Mifflin. The give to the up man.
And Spring Grove did a great job standing him up and bringing him down
with the carry.
And already there's a Spring Grove player on the floor there, Todd, on the ground. Number 70 for Spring Grove. Fans have to bear with us. They're supposed to provide us with rosters. We don't actually have that, so.
That's Cameron Braxton, the injured player for Spring Grove, down at around the 45-yard line of Governor Mifflin. The training staff tending to him, along with head coach Kyle Sprankle, who again brings his team in here with an impressive 10-1 record due on the year. An injury timeout right now with 11:39 to go. Opening possession belongs to Governor Mifflin. Yeah, our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, S3 Performance Training in York with John Turpak and Ron Johnson. Also, Dean's Auto Sales, another big sponsor for tonight's broadcast. And do a new one that jumped on board this week. How about that?
Yeah, we have 717 Sports Media getting their information up right now. They're one of our new sponsors tonight. Of course, 717 Hoops as well. A little bit about 717 Sports. I'm sorry, 717 Sports Media. You can follow them on Twitter, 717 _sports, or on Instagram, 717 _sports _media, or on Facebook, 717 Sports Media.
Cameron Braxton being helped up off by the field with his teammates, and it doesn't look as if he's able to put any weight on his left foot there.
Yes,
as he's
moving very gingerly.
We'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 right now for Governor Mifflin. And you can see from our vantage point here, Governor Mifflin, we talk about Nick Singleton, but their offensive line, some big guys on that offensive line.
Yeah, the whole team is just pretty much built different. They're built for this district play, district championship type of football.
Backs again in the I formation, some movement there. Looks like Spring Grove encroached there on that play. Be a 2nd down and make it a little easier for the Mustangs here. It'll be a 2nd down and 2. Ball just past the midfield marker here.
And already in 2 plays, Governor Mifflin has the ball at the 50-yard mark.
And they give to the up man again, number 44. That's Aiden Gallen with the carry inside the 45-yard line. And right now you're seeing Aiden Gallen carry the ball, the fullback here for.
Yeah, Aiden
Governor
Gallen
Mifflin.
is like that typical kind of like a fullback, pretty much in that offense. He's going to get a ball a few times to get those tough yards, and they're going to break it out and get the ball to Nick Singleton for the outside on the wing there.
Well, it's a first down for Governor Mifflin as the clock continues to tick here. We're under 11 minutes to go in the opening quarter from the semifinal matchup in District 3 5A football. Andrew Gallen with another carry, and if the ball's out, they're saying he may have been down on that play there, Dew.
That'd have been a crucial turnover for Spring Grove. They had an opportunity to recover that ball, but the referee did say he was down on that play.
Bring up a second down and 4 ball at the 38-yard line of Spring Grove. We thank you for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. We thought our season ended last week. Well, we've lived for another week. How about it, Joe?
Absolutely.
To give to Nick Singleton, looking for running room off the left side of that line.
Singleton.
Right now, Governor Mifflin's doing exactly what they want to do. They're getting first downs. They're driving the ball down the field. They're already at the 38-yard line. Spring Grove, dressing all white tonight. They need to come out there and get that jersey a little bit dirty and get some more hits on Nick Singleton and the rest of the Governor Mifflin ball carriers.
A new set of downs for Governor Mifflin. We're in the opening quarter, the semifinal match again, the District 3 5A matchup.
Winner goes to the district championship,
Next
5A,
week.
next
5A,
week.
And they'll play the winner of tonight's matchup between Cedar Cliff and Exeter. And it's kind of a ground and pound style offense, similarly to what we saw last week with Wilson Bulldogs at Central do.
Absolutely. You see that more often, in district football, where you see that ground and pound, where they chew up a lot of time on the clock, get the defense a little bit tired, and that's what you're seeing tonight so far with Governor Mifflin. They're, they're getting their first downs and just chewing the clock up and doing exactly what they want in front of their home crowd.
It plays well in this type of weather, and it certainly plays well on the road, although Governor Mifflin would have home field advantage all throughout districts here. And it looks like, again, there may have been some movement on the defensive line there of Spring Grove, do.
Spring Grove right now has to get the jitters out. I know they're playing in a hostile environment as far as being at Governor Mifflin's.
The referees here are meeting at around the 35-yard line to.
Don't know exactly what's going on right now, Todd. The referees are talking it over.
False start. It was initially an encroachment call. It's false start against Governor Mifflin. It'll move Governor Mifflin back 5 yards.
And it looks like the Spring Grove fans knew what was going on, and that's why they were a little disgruntled about that call there.
And if the fans are wondering, we're on the Spring Grove Rockets side tonight. Their press box here, it's a very small press box. I was up there pre-game. Not a lot of room in there. Certainly wouldn't be enough room for the two of us do. So we're here set up on the Spring Grove side. The give to Nick Singleton, looking for running room down the far sideline. And he may have stepped out of bounds there on that play.
And there's a flag on the play as well, Todd.
Another flag. We're seeing a lot of the yellow so far here in the opening quarter with 8:44 to go.
And I believe that's against Governor Mifflin holding.
And it's interesting to note here, if Spring Grove were to win tonight, they would play host to the game between Exeter and Cedar Cliff. They're the 4th seed playing the 1 seed tonight here at Governor Mifflin, but let's not get ahead of ourselves right now. We're still plenty of time, 8:44 to go, but Governor Mifflin not moving in the right direction here.
No, they're not. But they're the type of ball club that can pick up a lot of yardage in 1 or 2 plays, so they can compensate for that for it being right now. I believe 3rd and 22.
As I like to say, 2nd and forever right now. Ball set up at the 45-yard and a little pitch out to Nick Singleton at the 45-40. Nick still on his feet, and it's going to take more than an arm tackle to bring Nick Singleton down. As you said, list him at 6 foot 215, and having met him, he's every bit 6 foot 215.
Every bit it's 6 foot 215. Big dude. Pretty much put his head down and did a bulldozer move on that Spring Grove defensive player.
Yeah, right now it's a little more manageable for Governor Mifflin. It's a 3rd down and 10 at the 33-yard line. The clock continues to tick with just over 8 minutes to go here at Governor Mifflin. on a perfect night for football. Trips formation near side. The pitch out to Nick Singleton looking for running room down to about the 30-yard line. And they're going to stop him there, on third down. It'll be a 4th down and 7 situation for Governor Mifflin.
And right now they're against the wind, so I would just imagine that they're going to go for this 4th and 7.
And this Spring Grove fan base, as the fans at home can hear, they're making some noise here tonight.
They may even see it with the camera. The camera may shake a little bit because, like I said, we are in the visitor stands right now, just so we can provide this game to our local and our fans abroad.
A 4th down now. And Eaton Johnson going to keep the ball, and it looks like he's going to be stopped short. And they're going to turn the ball over, and Spring Grove ball here, much to the delight of the Spring Grove fan base here,
but
who have traveled quite well to Shillington tonight.
But that's the way you want to start on that first drive, with Governor Mifflin having the ball and getting those yardage to get above the 50-yard line, and then get a stop. That's a huge momentum build right now for Spring Grove. Let's see if they can capitalize on that on offense. Expect to see a lot of Zaire Brooks,
Zaire Brooks.
Zaire.
Yeah, comes in with over 2,200 yards rushing, as I mentioned, 30 touchdowns. Quarterback Andrew Osman, again, a Division I offer to Valparaiso State, back in shotgun formation. He's the left-hander, and they give to Brooks right up the middle, looking for running room. Out to about the 35-yard line, Zaire Brooks. And it could be a battle of running backs tonight, we mentioned about what the Spring Grove defense will do to stop Nick Singleton, but conversely, what will Governor Mifflin do to stop Brooks tonight?
Yeah, Brooks comes in having over 2,000 yards rushing, so he knows how to hit the holes, he knows how to run, and you should see a lot of him tonight. At least I'm thinking around 19 to 20 rushes tonight.
Easily.
Yeah, for sure.
He's listed at 5'7", 170 pounds. He gets behind that big offensive line of Spring Grove, and it's hard to see him. And he sees daylight, he can be off and running.
And I think that's enough for a first down.
Enough for a first down there. And a new set of downs, move the chains for the Rockets. A big weekend if you're a sports fan for Spring Grove. Tonight, of course, the big football game. And then tomorrow, the girls volleyball team for the state title in Cumberland Valley.
Wow. It's a lot of good things happening over in Spring Grove right now, especially on the athletic side. Right now, 1st and 10.
They give to Brooks, and not much going there.
He got met in the backfield
by Trey Rock, number 2, Trey Rock.
Trey Rock, he's a hard runner, man. Trey Rock also gets the ball in the offense, one of the running backs.
Yes.
For Governor Mifflin, a two-way player that plays defense.
A 2-yard loss for Spring Grove will bring up a 2nd down and 12. Ball on the 34-yard line of the Rockets with 5:40 to go and counting here in the opening quarter, Go ahead.
We also got to mention to the fans, it is a cold night here tonight. It's breezy. It's probably around about 31 degrees, 33 degrees out tonight. It's a cold one.
But it is dry tonight. No rain in the forecast. Good football weather for central Pennsylvania as we've taken the show on the road up to Shillington, Pennsylvania, Berks County. Andrew Osman, a quarterback keeper, looking for running room out to 40-yard line. And Andrew Osman, a real athlete for this offense here.
Absolutely.
He can play multiple positions as a safety on the defense, and he's their kicker and punter. So keep an eye on number 12, Andrew Osman, for Spring Grove, a player to watch.
He's a big man that loves to run the ball. He plays quarterback, but he runs like a running back. So expect to see a lot of him and Brooks all pretty much for predominantly the whole game.
Both of those players were our co-player of the game with our broadcast at Dallastown as Spring Grove defeated them several weeks ago when the weather was slightly warmer than this evening. It brings up a 3rd down for the ball on the 42-yard line. Andrew Osman, it's going to be a quarterback keeper looking to run for the first down, and he stopped short,
He might have picked up 2 yards with that run there. Brings up a 4th and 3 or 4th and 2.
It'll be a 4th down with under 5 minutes to go.
And if you're Spring Grove, what do you do here? Do you kick the ball away? The wind right now is in their favor, so, if they would kick the ball, you got to understand you're kicking the ball to Nick Singleton, number 10 for Governor Mifflin, and that's always dangerous.
And it looks as if Andrew Osman is back in hunting formation, and Nick Singleton's back. High snap. The left-footed punter gets it off and is going to kick it away from Nick Singleton onto the track. With 4:23 to go in the opening quarter, each team's had one possession in a scoreless contest so far.
So far, both teams' defense has stepped up and got some stops. So right now, this is Governor Mifflin's second possession of the first half. Let's see what's going on. They did a lot of runs on the left-hand side. Didn't really run too much on the right-hand side. So let's see what they have in store.
Quarterback under center, backs in the I formation. And a big run there by number 3, Eden Johnson. We're going to call his name as well, Eden Johnson.
Yeah, Eden Johnson, the quarterback for Governor Mifflin, number 3.
And that's a first down run there for quarterback into Spring Grove territory here. Ball set up the 49-yard line with just over 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. And the quarterback keeper, looks like a busted play there, and they got busted.
Hey, say what you want
Eden
about
Johnson got busted on that play.
Hey, say what you want about Spring Grove. They came out here to play so far
They did.
in this first quarter. They're out here making some big hits and capitalizing every time that, Governor Mifflin makes a mistake. Sometimes it's okay to come in as an underdog in these district games because that gives you momentum and that chip on your shoulder to make you want to play harder and do more. So, I know Spring Grove right now, they're in uncharted territories, but they're okay. And look, they're ready to play here tonight.
Bring up a second down and 12. The give to Nick Singleton, 50, 45, down near the 40-yard line, and a nice carry there by Nick Singleton. But a flag is down. And it may be coming back here,
And if that's against Governor Mifflin, it's been a pretty sloppy game so far for Governor Mifflin in his first quarter.
It's coming back, and negates the run there by Nick Singleton with 3:08 to go. So far, it's been a penalty-filled first quarter here by both teams. Surprisingly, more so on the side of Governor Mifflin. And it's second and forever right now. Ball beyond the 40-yard line of Governor Mifflin.
Second and 21. Right now, that Spring Grove defense has to hold up for 2 more plays and force
a punt by
Governor
Mifflin. And the pitch out to Nick Singleton, looking for running room near side, out to the 40. And you kind of sense this Spring Grove defense knows where that ball's going, and they're not giving it much running room so far here. A good defensive effort so far by the Spring Grove Rockets.
Spring Grove continues to put on this type of defensive display in the first quarter and do it all 4 quarters. They have a great chance of, coming out with a victory.
We're just 2 minutes to go here. It brings up a 3rd down and 16 for Governor Mifflin. And having watched this team, it's not a real bombs away style offense. It's a ground and pound offense. Now we'll see what they can dial up here offensively.
But they can score points in bunches, and I've seen that before as well. And that's another penalty against Governor Mifflin.
Much to the delight here of the Spring Grove fan base, who have traveled well here tonight, This is a packed visitor section.
But an hour up the road from your county.
It is, yeah, and probably a little longer for the Spring Grove faithful who traveled here. A timeout called by Governor Mifflin. That'll be their first timeout here with 2:03 to go. Coach Lang, head coach Coach Lang, calling a timeout there for Governor Mifflin. And it would be a good time to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast for coming through for a big broadcast here of the semifinal matchup in District 3 5A. Dean's Auto Sales. Looking for an automobile? Why don't you check out Dean's Autos? Also, S3 Performance Training. looking to get fit, maybe before the New Year's resolution, start with S3 Performance Training. You can check them out on Facebook.
Also, 717 Hoop Dreams. Their information is located at our lower third as well. Usually we have our paperwork out in our hands, but our hands are extremely cold here tonight, so you guys will have to bear with us. And we'll say some of the sponsorship information at the end of the quarters and at halftime, but their information is at our lower third. And also 717 Sports Media, our new sponsor here for tonight.
Looking to go down the right sideline here to in and out of the hands of Nick Singleton.
And that's what you expected from Governor Mifflin to go a lot of plays. And Nick Singleton, so far, to the delight of Spring Grove fans, they have been able to kind of bottle Nicholas Singleton up a little bit so far in this first quarter.
And a scoreless contest. Nice play by Spring Grove defender number 30, Braden Merrill, on that play, covering Nick Singleton. Merrill back to receive. Oh, the snap, the ball over. And Duke.
And that's an interception. And that's a costly turnover for Governor Mifflin. That's exactly what they needed.
Looks like he picked that ball up. Number 22. And an excellent field position here for Spring Grove.
The Rockets are all over it, man, on defense right now. They're on their A game. And right now, it seems like Governor Mifflin needs to get their footing right to get back, to put a little bit of pressure against Spring Grove.
You can sense the energy levels here more maybe so on the Spring Grove side, at least from our perspective here in the visitor side, and certainly on the sideline here for Spring Grove Rockets.
And as we said before, it's a very cold night, so that may be one of the reasons why he muffed that snap.
Yeah, the snap was high, had some trouble with the punt, but it sets up Spring Grove with excellent field position here in the opening quarter. 1:49 to go. They give to Brooks, looking for running room inside the 45-yard line.
Second and 9. Center of the west triangle line.
We'll try to keep the fans updated on the other game being played tonight as Kennerdale travels over to Lampeter-Strausburg in a District 3 4A matchup, and then tomorrow York Catholic will be playing.
Also tomorrow, Harrisburg Cougars play against Wilson Bulldogs. So that should be a really good matchup between two 6A teams. Winner wins the district championship.
The give to Brooks, another running play, looking for running room. Not much going there for Brooks. Gang tackled there by a host of Mustang defenders. We may have time for one more play here, in the opening quarter before a fast-moving first quarter here.
And I know some fans may have thought the lead, or Governor Mifflin may have already had a lead by now, 14-0, 7-0. But right now, if you're just tuning in, Spring Grove has been holding their own, and also had two stops, and also had an interception.
Yeah, off a mishandled punt, and right now, Spring Grove, 3rd down and 8, ball on the 43-yard line of Governor Mifflin. Andrew Osman back in shotgun formation, lone setback. Brooks, a heavy pass rush here. Osman looking to throw deep downfield, and has it due. Touchdown, Spring Grove. Darian Osman, his brother, caught that. Osman to Osman, and a 43-yard touchdown pass for Spring Grove.
Man, what a strike. You got to think they probably run over that play many times in the backyard at their home. But right there, he just trusted his brother, threw that ball almost 55 yards down the field to his brother for a big-time play. And that's exactly what Spring Grove needed.
Incredible. What a way to break the ice here with 11 seconds to go. And the Spring Grove Rockets
well-deserved
drawing
for Spring
first
Grove.
blood here, tonight.
Spring Grove has been on the attack so far in this first quarter.
Andrew Osman, I think he kicked that one into outer space there. The point is up. And good, and with that, Spring Grove 7, Governor Mifflin 0,
Spring Grove went for a deep play, and that was a great catch between the Osmond brothers, and a lot of credit to that defense of Spring Grove in the first quarter to set that play up, and also the offense of giving their quarterback enough time to get that play off.
Well, they certainly landed the first punch tonight here, Spring Grove.
And as
has
you can see,
Governor
the
Mifflin on
cheerleaders,
their heels right now.
the cheerleaders are
have
very
a lot
excited.
to cheer. Yeah, how about it?
Very excited. And that's what you want to see in the first half of a game. You know, like I said, you know, Spring Grove on the attack, making big plays on defense and making a big play on offense.
Yeah, and it seems like they've come in here with more energy tonight. It's just how the vibe I felt here so far tonight in the broadcast booth. And Governor Mifflin better realize Spring Grove's here. I mean,
Absolutely.
they're a 10-1 team.
Absolutely.
They're ready to play ball, and they certainly have shown that here in the opening quarter. Andrew Osman, the left-footed kicker, getting set to kick it off. And a short kick, keeping it away from Nick Singleton. And it may have been an offside call there against Spring Grove. They get a chance to re-kick it.
I put a lot of excitement on this Spring Grove side with that big-time play. It's probably one of the better plays we've seen so far this year, Todd, as far as quarterback
pass catch?
throwing the ball
Yeah,
down the field for a touchdown.
As we mentioned earlier in our broadcast, the winner of this game plays the winner of Exeter and Cedar Cliff, which that game's being played tonight. Number 6 versus number 7 in that matchup. Tonight it's number 1 versus number 4. And if Spring Grove were to hold on, as I mentioned, they'll host at Papermaker Stadium next Friday,
That is in their reach to have a possibility of winning this game, and they're out here playing very good football so far.
A little bit of a squib kick there, kick to the up man. Braylon Stewart, number 7, caught the ball, but a minimal gain there with 7 seconds to go. And you know, Governor Mifflin comes in here with a 9-0 record, averaging, beating their opponents by at least 24 points. That may not happen tonight against a Spring Grove team. I know it's early, still plenty of time to go. But
right now, Spring Grove's doing a great job making sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, a lot of energy on this Spring Grove side, on the sidelines, in the crowd here tonight. A tight package here for Governor Mifflin.
And that's going to be the end of our first quarter, Todd.
Final.
7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup. And we've arrived at the end of the first quarter with your score: Spring Grove 7, Governor Mifflin 0. The District 3 5A semifinal matchup. Thank you for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page or Instagram. It's Dew Jones, Todd Edwards. An interesting first half right now, highlighted by that big pass catch by Osmond brothers to give Spring Grove a 7-0 lead. We hope you're tuned in the comfort of your own home tonight, maybe with a bottled water, maybe some coffee or
hot chocolate
maybe in front of your fireplace.
Hot chocolate,
watching,
pizza, or some good potatoes,
wings.
steak, something good for the bones.
Speaking of
good for the
potatoes,
food.
next week we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving. Want to wish our viewers and fans tuned in a early happy Thanksgiving.
And right after Thanksgiving, we're going to be doing the BK Classic with Bud Kyle, so keep an eye out for that game that we're doing. The BK Classic, that's on November 28th.
At Dallastown, correct?
At Dallastown, correct.
Follow our Facebook and Instagram page. We'll have more information. Another tight formation here for the Mustangs. And a sweep. Oh, a big hit there. You heard that thud, Dew. Andrew Osman in on that play as a safety.
8-1, gain of 5, first down Mustang in Rocket territory.
That is a first down carry but a hard hit.
Right, and right now,
Andrew
Spring
Osman.
Grove's doing a great job. You know what Governor Mifflin wants to do. They want to run the ball, so give a lot of credit to Spring Grove's linebackers for bottling that, those plays up, not letting them get those big-time yardage that we know that Governor Mifflin can do.
And another running play there. Ball given to the up man.
7 to the Rockets.
It's a situation for Spring Grove. You know what they want to do, but can you contain it? And right now they're doing a great job of containing, getting some, some key stops, and also that key interception that led to the touchdown. between the
Gallen,
Osmond brothers.
It looks like he's coming and trotting off the field, number 44. He's been an effective runner so far for the Governor Mifflin Mustangs.
Haven't seen Nicholas Singleton so far touch the ball in this
They've
on this series.
contained him so far.
But
here.
right now he's in the backfield, number 10, listed as the #1 running back in the country.
Had
Nicholas
offers from
Singleton.
Alabama, the Ohio State University, and chose Penn State. As we talked to him about it, he said he felt most at home there. Felt like family for him. That's why he chose Penn State. So Eden Johnson back in the quarterback position. Trey Rock.
And right now there's a delay. They're getting the game clock time correct. They want 11:22 on the game clock, which is going to put 10 more, 11 more seconds back on the clock. Want to tell the fans as we're waiting to check out our sponsors, their information is located at our lower third of our screen. We have 4 sponsors tonight.
S3 Performance Training, Dean's Auto Sales, 717
Hoop Dreams,
Dreams,
and also 717 Sports Media.
All sponsors for tonight. We thank the 4 sponsors for extending our broadcast season for another week. How about it, too?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And who knows if this Spring Grove Rocket team advances Paper Baker Stadium next week. I mean,
that's a prime location right in our
it is.
back
It's
alley.
in our backyard.
And right now, second and 3.
Backs in an I formation. They give to Trey Rock right up the middle. That's an 8-yard pickup, dude.
And right
Picking it
there,
up in big chunks. Go ahead.
You saw the advantage of that Governor Mifflin offensive lineman. They was really running down the field and making those holes so Trey Rock can get that first down.
See Clayton Reynolds out there on the offensive line.
And right now, Governor Mifflin's keeping it pretty simple. Just running the ball, doing option plays.
And you notice it seems as if they're singling out Nick Singleton right now. I mean, they're minimal pickup for Nick Singleton.
And you know throughout the game, Nick Singleton's going to get his. He's going to probably have over 100 yards this game, but you want to try to contain him as much as possible.
And Spring Grove's doing that right now with just under 10.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Got to give a lot of credit to that Spring Grove defense. They've been out there for a while so far because, you know, both teams are chewing a lot of time off the clock. And that Spring Grove defense is holding up against that big offensive line of Governor Mifflin.
And the quarterback keeper by number 3, Eden Johnson. See also number 77 out there, Jared Weigel, another big offensive lineman for Governor Mifflin. Just you kind of notice that even from up here where we're positioned in the broadcast booth.
Rockets 23-yard line.
Devin Johnson, another big offensive lineman for Governor Mifflin. Just want to highlight some of the guys in the trenches there that may not get some of the recognition.
Absolutely, the trenches is where
the battle's won lots of times along the offensive defensive line. And the pitch out to Nick Singleton, out to 25, down to the 20-yard line, far sideline, and on his feet out at about the 10-yard line. And Nick Singleton getting those wheels churning there a little bit on that play, too.
First and goal.
It'll be a first down and goal. Yeah, we kind of saw an effective running game last week, too, at Central York, and it really ate up a lot of the clock, and it's happening again tonight with 9:25 to go here in the second quarter. It's a first and goal from the 9-yard line of Spring Grove. The Mustangs are threatening, and Gallen right up the middle, and a touchdown for Aiden Gallen.
And they let off a cannon in here. I don't know if the fans got a chance to see that. I saw some Spring Grove fans kind of jump back a little bit. They're not used to that, but when somebody scores at Governor Mifflin, they let off a cannon.
Similar to what they do at the York Revolution games when a home run's hit there, and all types of sound effects here, huh? That Governor Mifflin do.
And that ties the game up 7-7.
Point after attempt there by Dustin McNeil. 9:21 to go. We're knotted up here 7-7. And we have a ball game. We remind our fans, don't go anywhere. It's going to be a great contest tonight between Governor Mifflin and Spring Grove. Do mention it. We'll be back, of course, a week from Sunday with the BK Classic at Dallastown. More in our backyard. How about it? As we took a road trip tonight and didn't realize quite the amount of traffic coming up 222 tonight on our way up. We're used to kind of staying in the PIAA area for our broadcast, but thankful we get to have the opportunity tonight to bring the game to you.
Yeah, fans want to see this game. It's also a great opportunity to watch, another PIAA team like Spring Grove. Get a chance to watch a team like Governor Mifflin with Nicholas Singleton and the rest of their guys. It's just a great opportunity for us to do this game, and the sponsors thought the same thing.
Ooh, one-handed catch there by the up man. And look at that, dude. What a carry.
So far, like you said, Todd, the momentum seems to be on Spring Grove's side.
Austin Kreitz with the carry there by the up man. Go ahead.
Even though Governor Mifflin just scored, Spring Grove has a lot of confidence and seems like they have the momentum so far in this game, and that's what you want to have. I mean, never lose mentality. Every quarter, every play, and you can win a game.
And it sets up Spring Grove with excellent field position on their own 46-yard line with 9:14 to go. Andrew Osman back in shotgun formation to his right. Brooks, the running back, the give to Brooks, looking for running room up the middle. Keeps his legs churning.
Not much going there.
No, about a yard pickup.
Brings up a 2nd and 9. And this stadium is packed as well. I mean, there's people walking around. There's everyone in the seats. I mean, it's a packed night here tonight in Shingleton, Pennsylvania.
Berks County, Pennsylvania, for those fans that are tuned in wondering where we may be tonight. No, we're not at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove, but we're the home of the Governor Mifflin Mustangs in Shillington, Pennsylvania, just outside of Reading.
They have very nice field, very nice accommodations.
Reading, of course, known for another phenomenal player, Hall of Famer Lenny Moore from this area. Remember Lenny Moore,
Absolutely.
Baltimore Penn Stater and Baltimore Colt, great. And Brooks with a minimal pickup there.
Also want to give a mention to Lonnie Walker. Used to play for Reading.
Yes.
Now playing for the San Antonio Spurs. It's about his 4th year, I believe, in the league.
It's
3rd
amazing
or 4th
it's
year.
been that long. Huh? I mean, as he took Reading to a state championship, that was a hot ticket back in the day. Remember trying to get a ticket to watch Lonnie Walker.
And Lonnie Walker is being
Red
coached right
Knights.
now by one of the best coaches that ever stepped into the NBA with Greg Popovich.
Spring Grove with the ball. Brings up a 3rd down and 7. Ball on their own 49-yard line.
Huge 3rd down for Spring Grove. That's where they scored on their last play on a 3rd down and 8.
And complete. And stopped short of the 1st down. Into Mustang territory.
And that brings out the punting unit for Spring Grove.
You want to try to flip the field a little bit here, dude. Still plenty of time, under 7.5 minutes to go as the clock continues to tick. Andrew Osman will be back to punt for Spring Grove. Back to receive it. Well, we mentioned his name before, Nick Singleton. And at any point he touches the ball, he's just a moment or two away from breaking the big one.
Yeah, and you want to punt away from Nick Singleton. So far, that's what Spring Grove has been doing. Really good, smart game plan.
Yeah, in that 3rd phase of the game, special teams, you really wouldn't want to have that touchdown on special teams, and certainly Nick Singleton could bring that to the table.
Now, there's a penalty here, Todd. I don't know if that's against Spring Grove or Governor Mifflin, but
We're
that could.
awaiting word right now.
If it's against Governor Mifflin, that would get Spring Grove a 1st down.
It was a 4th and 4. do. It looks like they picked the flag up.
Yeah, didn't get any confirmation about that call.
But Eden Johnson and Nick Singleton both back to receive the punt here. And a fair catch called there, but it takes a Governor Mifflin bounce out to about the 25, or down to about the 25-yard line with 7:02 to go. We're knotted up here, Governor Mifflin, 7-7. A great contest so far here, dude.
Yeah, so far tonight, like I said, just like the game we did last week between Central York and Wilson. Not a high-scoring game, just some pound and ground football. And that's what we see right now at Governor Mifflin. Just, running the ball, getting their guys the touches, and getting first downs, and just pounding into the end zone. Spring Grove scored on a big-time play between the Osmond brothers, a 55-yard.
There we go, a quarterback keeper.
And that's their option play that's pretty much deadly. A lot of teams can't stop that play between the quarterback and Nicholas Singleton because each one can run the field and pick up some big-time yardage.
That was Delson McNeil with the carry. Ball on the 37-yard line of Governor Mifflin. And they stood him up there, dude, on that play. Minimal pickup for Gallen. A 2-yard pickup for Aiden Gallen.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
They'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Ball set up at the 40-yard line of Governor Mifflin. Small operation here tonight. How about it, too, here on the broadcast side?
It's just me and you here tonight, Todd.
You're handling the camera duties as well as the ball given to the up man, and right up the middle, there goes Gallen down inside the 40-yard line and into Spring Grove territory. And Aiden Gallen supplying a big push here for the running game for the Mustangs.
So far, Spring Grove has been doing a great job of slowing down Nicholas Singleton, but Galvin is getting some big-time yardage. Gallen, I'm sorry, getting some big-time yards.
And he steps off for a breather after that big run. We're under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. A tied contest between Governor Mifflin and Spring Grove. 7-7, backs in the I formation. And we're back to the ground and pound here, dude.
And they do it by committee. They have a lot
Trey
of
Rock
guys.
with the carry.
They do it by committee. They have a lot of guys in the backfield that can run the ball. So even when you're keying on Singleton, there's somebody else that can get the ball and pick up some nice yardage.
Well, Trey Rock's proven to be effective. Of course, the quarterback Eden Johnson, and we mentioned Aiden Gallen as well. Second down and 4, ball on the 32-yard line of Spring Grove. Trey Rock with a carry, right up, and a fake. That's given to Nick Singleton down the near side. And what a push-off by Nick Singleton. He may go in the end zone. He does for a 32-yard touchdown by Nick Singleton. Did you see the way he punished that defender, dude?
Good gracious, man. You would think he was going out of bounds, but he wasn't. That was a setup play. He lowered his shoulder and kept it moving, kept his legs churning.
And, dude, that's the Nick Singleton we've seen before.
And he's excited, man. He's hyped up, and that's exactly what they needed. They'd like to see him get the ball, get scores, because that really gets the crowd going.
And the point after attempt is up and good. And with that, your score, Governor Mifflin 14. Spring Grove 7.
And as you can see, Governor Mifflin, their fan base has woken up.
On a chilly night for football here. And it took them nearly into the second quarter with 4:49 to go.
Man, that was a big-time play. He did so many next-level moves to make that touchdown. I mean, you think he's going out of bounds. He stops on the dime, hits the guy, spin moves, and does 3 more plays, 3 more moves before he gets into the end zone.
what's going to be interesting to see next year when he goes to Penn State, do you think he could possibly start as a freshman?
Hey, that's a great possibility.
They need some help up there.
Yeah.
I mean, Penn State losing 4 out of the past 5 games, and they host Rutgers tomorrow at senior night.
They cannot lose that game against Rutgers. that'd be a travesty.
Well, I'll be making my way up to Happy Valley tomorrow, dude.
Very nice.
So we'll.
Yeah, Spring Grove had to know that was going to happen at some point in time, but then right there you see his his strength, his ability, and this is how the reason why he's the #1 running back in the country right now.
And had places like Alabama coming after
all the blue bloods.
Yeah, the Ohio State University, and chose Penn State, and a squib kick to the up man again. Interesting. And a flag thrown on that play with 4:45 to go.
Rockets first and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
Ball will be set up at the 41-yard line of Spring Grove.
And right now, Spring Grove can't be shell-shocked. They got to know that Governor Mifflin is an undefeated team. They can make those type of plays. They have to come out, play their style of football, get those first downs, pound the ball.
And stay with your game plan. There is well within reason here. Only down by a touchdown, 4:45 to go. Spring Grove's possession. Trips formation near side. And the jet sweep there. Brooks looking for running room out to 45, out to near midfield and into Mustang territory. A nice run there by Zyree Brooks, who comes in here with over 2,200 yards rushing. And a flag down on that play.
And looks like Spring Grove's going backwards.
Like holding against the Rockets. That play's coming back.
And that's going to negate that 12-yard pickup.
It was a nice run by Brooks.
From Brooks.
That old school jet sweep. We saw Central run that and Spring Grove running that tonight.
Repeat first down.
Repeat the first down.
And that's going to bring up a 1st and 13.
On the 38-yard line of Spring Grove.
With 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go, it'd be very, very good right now if, Spring Grove can control the ball, don't give the ball back to Governor Mifflin, and get a score.
Yeah, time-consuming drive right now. And they give to Brooks, looking for running room. And brought down, hit hard. Brooks with a 3-yard pickup. Do even fans outside or parked kind of outside watching the game?
All around the track.
Yeah, all around the track. Of course, even outside the fences here.
Yeah, I tell fans that some of the fields that we go to are not really live stream ready, so we have to get in where we fit in as far as
we do.
Where we film our games at.
And sometimes the Wi-Fi could be an issue hooking up the various schools, but tonight it seems as if it's been going well. There's Andrew Rossman looking to roll out and completes the pass on the far side.
Yeah, ideally I would like to be on top of the press box so we have that bird eye view, but some press boxes are small, some don't have a top view for the press box.
Well, it's a 2-tiered press box, and I was told the upstairs portion for the coaches, and the media is down in the lower section, and it was very tight when I went over there.
There's a lot of media here tonight watching this game.
The security kind of laughed at us, when we walked in. They're like, "Oh, you're here with the media as well," as
More
we were
media.
carrying our bags. Yeah, so a lot of media attention with this game tonight here at Governor Mifflin, and rightly so. Quarterback keeper by Osmond.
And that pretty much was a busted play.
Exactly. A busted play. It'll bring up a 4th down.
And you don't need a busted play on a 3rd and 4. I mean, that's the time you want to be precise and make sure you get that 4 yards. And right now, that's going to bring out the punting team for Spring Grove.
Bring up a 4th down and 6 as the clock continues to tick. We're just over 3 minutes to go here in the second half. Of course, Spring Grove will receive the second kickoff here in the second half.
And we already know that Nicholas Singleton's already fired up. He made a big-time run.
He did.
About a 45-yard run, and right now he's a punt returner.
Highlight worthy, by the way.
Oh,
too.
definitely.
I mean, it was one of those type of touchdown runs. Timeout called by Spring Grove. Each team will.
Looks like Spring Grove might want to talk this over with a 4th and 6. With 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the second quarter.
To come and visit the Music Association food truck, featuring mac and cheese balls, corn dogs, beef empanadas, and chicken empanadas.
And it would be a good time to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Dean's Auto Sales, S3 Performance Training, 717 Hoop Groups, and how about 717 Media stepping up and being a sponsor for tonight's broadcast.
Yeah, 717 Sports Media, they're one of our new sponsors here tonight. Their information is located in our lower third.
Football stand, hot cider, lollipops.
Also about 717 Hoops.
It's getting to be that time for basketball season. How about it, do?
Yeah, they're seeking the top boys and girls basketball players in the Central PA area, grades 4th through 11th. They have 2 primary goals: skills development and exposure. And we're back to the game.
Andrew Osman with a punt, and it looks like they're just going to keep it away from Nick Singleton. It's going to take a Spring Grove bounce down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice punt there by Andrew Osman. With 2:39 to go, it's Governor Mifflin 14, Spring Grove 7. It'll be Governor Mifflin's possession here, do.
Yeah, just to finish that up, 717 Hoop Dreams, the program focuses on fundamental skill development and player improvement throughout each season. Players have the opportunity to play on very competitive teams and participate at a high level.
And a carry there by number 10, Nick Singleton. Bring up a second down.
5 yards.
A 5-yard pickup for Nick Singleton. The Penn State commit. Should be interesting to do next year with Penn State's recruiting class. A lot of local talent coming in. We mentioned Bo Perbola. You see Nick Singleton, Anthony Ivy, Micaiah Flowers from CD East. And Nick Singleton with another carry.
Singleton close to the first down.
And he's close to the first down marker there with just over 2 minutes to go here before halftime.
And also about 717 Sports Media, they produce TV shows, podcasts, and daily news articles. Make sure you follow them on social media on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can locate their information at the bottom of our screen at our lower third.
Nick Singleton looking for running room out to 30-yard line. Still on his feet, pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to make sure you bring Nick down because you think he's going out of bounds. He's going to lower that boom. Kind of reminds me a little bit of DeJour Stewart. I saw him do that a few times for York High years, a couple years back.
It'll be a second down and 1. Governor Mifflin, 1 timeout remaining here before halftime. And they give to Nick Singleton. He's got a first down and more due out near midfield and steps out of bounds with 1:11 to go. And now you're starting to see this offense for Governor Mifflin kind of find their identity so far here in the second quarter. Ball at the midfield, a new set of downs.
And right now, it'd be very key if Spring Grove can keep them out of the end zone with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go and go into the halftime down only 14-7.
As we mentioned, Spring Grove will receive the opening kickoff to start the second half. But right now, the Spring Grove defense needs to come up with a stop here against Governor Mifflin.
And Governor Mifflin, one of their patent plays is that the option read. You got to watch out for that.
And there's Nick Singleton with another carry, a flag thrown on that play. We'll see that may be coming back due with 1:05 to go.
And that's another hold, and that's another flag against Governor Mifflin. That's around five flags so far in the first half.
time for some hand warmers here tonight. How about it? I mean, not in the broadcast booth. It's high atop the bleachers here, and it is a penalty. That play's coming back against Governor Mifflin.
Yeah, Todd, I'm a tropical
The wind
person,
chill.
man. I need to warm up.
You were down there in the Sunshine State. Needed to bring some of that weather up with you here tonight.
Repeat first down. Clock will start when you're ready for play.
I'm with you, dude. I'm not sure I'm ready for this cold weather that's got to be soon coming our way. A passing, looking to throw the ball deep downfield to number 35. Aiden Martin with the reception, and dude, what a big pass and catch there.
That was a big-time play. Exactly
Mustang.
when they needed it. And you see they're rushing to the line because
They
they
are.
want to score. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Andrew Osmond's play to his brother for that deep ball. And that was a great 40-yard catch.
Big catch there by Aiden Martin, number 35 for Governor Mifflin. It sets them up with the ball at the 19-yard line. Each team now have one timeout remaining, 42 seconds to go, but you sense Governor Mifflin once more here, do. They want to punch it in and go up by 2 scores here before halftime. Be very important for the Spring Grove Rocket team defensively to hold them out of the end zone here and only be down by 1 score, as you mentioned, do. Your score, Governor Mifflin 14, Spring Grove 7. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast again, Dean's Auto Plaza, S3 Performance Training, 717 Hoop Dreams, and 717 Media. All sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Thank you for broadcasting game. Looks like another passing play. Oh! And a big hit there by number 12, Andrew Osman, the safety, has an offer from Valparaiso State.
Pass ball is incomplete. Second down.
Bring up a 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line, Spring Grove.
There you go, Jay! There you go!
And the Spring Grove fan base here trying to make some noise here defensively. Gallon for a 5-yard pickup. Clock continues to run here. Each team, as I mentioned, have 1 timeout remaining.
Looks like Governor Mifflin may be setting up for a field goal, Todd.
It'll be a 3rd and final timeout for Governor Mifflin with 13 seconds to go. Well, they're certainly in, you would think, field goal position here, do. Be interesting to see here. It's 4th down and 2. You bring the field goal unit out here, if you're Governor Mifflin, or do you go for it? I mean, again, you're playing against the clock here with 13 seconds to go and no timeouts.
Yeah, it's a questionable call for Governor Mifflin's coach, but you know, I believe that they're probably going to go for it on that 4th and 2.
Be aggressive, you say, and
yeah,
put the foot down, and
they would love to go into the halftime with that momentum. Being up by 2 touchdowns.
It looks as if they're going for the field goal attempt here. They're about a 22-yard field goal. And it's going to be Kyle Sprankle, head coach of Spring Grove, using his 3rd and final timeout, maybe icing the kicker here. letting the kicker think about it a little bit here for Governor Mifflin.
And kicking's a very important part of the game, as you can tell. Last week we did the Wilson Central York game, where Central did a great job driving all the way down to the field, set up a 25-yard field goal kick, and the freshman kicker.
Wide left.
Wide left. It looked good from
from
our
your
vantage
point,
point, but it was a wide left kick. But kicking is very important,
It is.
especially playing in them district and state games.
Yeah, with just over a minute to go, no timeouts. Bo led his team down offensively, put the team in field goal position, and Matthew Parker hit the field goal wide left. But I have a feeling he'll be back next year. The lone freshman to start for Central.
Absolutely,
Team
he'll
will
be back and
next
better
year.
for sure.
But a field goal attempt here. So McNeil for the field goal attempt. The ball is up, and the kick is good. A 22-yard field goal.
Schools out of McNeil's hole.
And it gives Governor Mifflin a 10-point lead, 17-7 here with 9 seconds to go.
Still, Spring Grove's not in a really bad position. You get the ball back in the second half. They're playing some pretty good football so far in the first half, not making a lot of mistakes. Governor Mifflin has been making some mistakes, and Spring Grove has done a great job capitalizing off of those mistakes.
Yep. But to hold them within a 10-point range here, I mean, it's small consolation for Spring Grove, but still plenty of time to go here to do in the second half.
And as you said, Governor Miffin's averaging over 40 points a game, so to have them around 17 points in this semifinals is a huge confident booster for Spring Grove Rockets.
Getting set to kick off. And there's another squib kick. Three seconds to go.
And what do you think, Todd? This down the ball going to halftime, or go for a Hail Mary or draw play?
We'll see what they can dial up here with 3 seconds to go before halftime.
You can't go wrong giving the ball to Brooks. So I say, hey, give the ball to Brooks and see what can happen. They're 2,000-yard running back, 2,000-yarder running back.
Yeah, he comes in with 30 touchdowns. Yeah, he's a playmaker for Spring Grove. Again, tonight's score, Governor Mifflin 17, Spring Grove 7. Seconds away from halftime. And the give to Brooks out to 35, 40. 45, and that will bring us to halftime here at Governor Mifflin with your score. Governor Mifflin 17, Spring Grove 7. Time to stretch your legs out at home, and I know most people are probably in the comfort of their warm home tonight. But
they got some sense. They're home tonight.
Watching us on a little Friday Night Lights. And we thank our fans for tuning in, and we also thank our sponsors for tonight's ability to bring the game to you this Friday from a chilly Shillington, Pennsylvania. Need some of that Florida weather, dude, that you experienced this week.
Yeah, I had a good time down in Florida, but this weather up here is something different, man. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll try to warm up real fast and try to get back to our notes.
Again, the score at halftime, Governor Mifflin 17, Spring Grove 7.
Also want to tell the fans that's checking out the game, take a look at our lower third, check out our sponsors and some of their contact information. If you want to become a sponsor, reach out to us on Sports Shooting Stars on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We'll set something up and get things going. Again, we got something going on next week, 2 weeks, the BK Classic.
The BK Classic, a week from this coming Sunday at Dallastown, and of course we'll transition into our basketball season.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that.
It would be a little warmer once we're inside the gymnasiums in the greater PIAA area.
That's a big difference when we do football games and basketball games. We're always inside for basketball, but football is just you have to deal with those elements. So
no doubt.
Well, yep, we'll be back in a few minutes and let you guys enjoy. And We'll check back in soon. Just gonna put this down here.
Is it out? That sucks.
That's what happens when the wind's blowing that way. You don't have a block or a shoot. That's what you should have done. Take that, right? Take an attachment for like a box over it and a big plastic shoe. Keep it warm.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it warm. I went through that. No,
Young and dumb.
how much did that cost? I'm taking one. California don't have.
I got the same one in electric.
Had I knew.
They're in my basement. They're nice.
I don't think
You didn't bring any hot hands, did you? Yeah. When do they call the 50-50? That'd be nice to win. I told you, I gambled when your mom got pregnant with you, and I lost. We played Russian roulette, and I wasn't good at it. You'd have thought after 3 of them before him, I would have learned my lesson, right? Yeah.
Oh, I got you. According to my mom, he never liked cons.
What's that? She wouldn't let me. Make him walk back down. Then that sucks. My labor I put into everything to them. They don't pay up for me. It don't work that way, does it? Didn't they really? Remember what you say when you have kids. It will. It will. It will. And then they come over to my house and I'm going to antagonize them.
I've never been inside the place. They said they were going to drive. I mean, it's only 5 minutes from where we live.
Oh, okay.
You know, I teach in here. And they don't really use the house much anymore.
Keep your mouth up, it will be in your car.
Yeah, like a circus show. It's I don't think I think back in the 80s you probably used it for a lot. Yeah. I used to see him last week. We watched the game. it's also his upper body. You only all that played out. You can hear it.
My brother,
When that kid went,
the biggest
he was
one that I
squared up.
remember.
He was squared up.
Pat weighed
Singleton
350
he doesn't
pounds
even
senior
stiff
year.
arm or anything. He just runs him right over. And there was a
Now,
game there.
he walked in our house,
First touchdown run he had
living
last
room,
week. A decent
kitchen,
sized
dining room
linebacker
together,
came in
okay?
and landed.
You walk to the left of
Singleton didn't even
the
try to
living
cut
room,
around.
the steps
He
are up
just
against
literally
the back
ran
wall.
over the guy. Ran right through him. And everything slowed
Okay.
down. And see,
Couch
Harvey
sat
did not have
right
that
against
upper
that
body.
wall.
Harvey had pretty good legs.
Dad and Pat got
But he
into
didn't
an
have that upper
argument.
body strength.
There was a couch against the front wall.
Oh, yeah.
Pat thought he was going to be smart, start heading up the steps. Well, he threatened swinging Dad.
Well, I got to
And he
tell
took
you,
off up
I
the
mean, the
steps.
thing about it is, if
That was it.
Franklin wants to
Dad
get
stood
more
up on the couch,
top
went like this, one hand,
he really has no choice from the start.
one hand across the living room, he hit the other couch, the legs went
I've seen single
gone.
rank anywhere from 1 to 5.
It was
He
one
launched
hand launched him, 350-pound guy, up over the banister, one-handed, boom, he hit the wall, put it against the wall, hit the couch, and fell down on the couch, busted the couch and went to pieces. Yeah, it was not good. But my brother Pat, sir, he used to push that all, that kind
So
of, I
Franklin
mean,
really has to play.
he pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. They fought like, yeah.
But whether he goes in
That same fight, Pat,
I think
Pat
better.
decided instead of hitting Dad, it would be smart to put his arm through the window of the bottom of the
He
steps.
stuck a number. He stuck a
Okay.
State uniform on
So he went like this, put his arm through the window. When he pulled it back out, he sliced his arm from here up across to here. 700 stitches. 700 stitches.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, inside and out, stitch him up in 3 different places.
Check some of our game. I mean, when you
But
get minutes of time,
my dad loved it. The minute Dad saw it, what's it called? You're gonna take care of, you know? But Pat just all the time. He didn't mess with him. He loved the old school.
I'll put it in on my phone right now.
I was there. I couldn't have been any older than you. I couldn't have been any older than them. Yeah, I couldn't have been any older than them two, and I got into an argument. I was mad at my dad. I didn't even get into an argument with him. I got mad at him. We sat down at the kitchen table, ate dinner. Dad always had the head of the table. He always sat. We had our spot because we had left-handed, right-handed. Peas were in front of Dad, a pot of peas. And I acted like I couldn't grab them. And I asked Dad to grab them. He was mad at me. He didn't answer me. I asked him 3 times. I got a little more mad. So I purposely reached across, and when I reached for it, I acted like I couldn't reach it. And I hit the handle of the spoon, of the stirring spoon, and the peas went all over Dad. I knew what I was doing. Same time I was doing that, I was up out of the seat towards the back door. We had an old slap handle screen door. And you slap it hard enough, they don't open. Yeah. Glass bottom with the with one of the fancy designs on the outside, metal. I hit that handle and it never opened, and I went to go through that door. I went through the glass, took the decorative trim off of it, and I was on the concrete back porch. Dad opened that door, he looked at me, rolled me over. You ain't bleeding, you're dead now. Oh yeah, I got the ass beat of the century. I'll tell you what, I couldn't sit for a week and a half. He lit me up. And it wasn't because I threw the peas on him. It was because I wasted the food that he earned to feed us.
Let me try to get that.
Yeah, he did.
Try to turn it on.
In other county action, Exeter 21, Cedar Cliff 13.
love this little scooter. He and his scooter sitting there at the end zone. Remember my mom was talking about found out in the middle of the game we were doing. Scooter. And right next to him standing my mom. And then we standing over the guy. Actually, this is looked like you're take oatmeal in a bowl. That's all. That's the oatmeal.
Grandma, what's this?
I think they're empty though.
Empty?
They were mine.
Huh?
Well, is there any left?
Oh, man.
Oh. I was about to say, I thought this was my BK hat.
Well, we'll get the ball first.
I saw his brother's with his dad. Yeah. That's his name? His dad's name?
Some
No, I don't know.
of them, you know, football.
They're identical twins, right? I'm not so sure. I know they're twins, but I don't pay attention to that crap. I don't pay attention to their mention, but I just know that they're twins. That's pretty interesting. He said my mom back then didn't like that.
It's our father.
Actually, I had her shout. She said, "Mom,
We're back, sports fans. It's Todd Edwards, Dew Jones. We are seconds away from the opening kickoff here in the second half. Spring Grove set to receive. And we're underway here. Kick to the up man. Not exactly the way to get things started here. But it will be Spring Grove's possession here. Spring Grove's lone touchdown. Osmond to Osmond, a big 43-yard touchdown reception catch. They broke the ice, yeah. And scores for Governor Mifflin, Andrew Gallen, 7-yard touchdown run, and Nick Singleton with a highlight-worthy 32-yard touchdown run for Governor Mifflin. But Spring Grove right now, how important it is to get things started here with a score. And a quarterback keeper by Andrew Osmond looking to run down the far side up past the 40-yard line. And a flag thrown.
Might have been a late hit, Todd.
And it was, no doubt about it, into Governor Mifflin territory, a personal foul called. It'll set up Spring Grove at the 43-yard line of Governor Mifflin. Excellent field position here, to get things started in the second half.
Yeah, and this is the right position that Spring Grove wants to be in, past the 50-yard hash mark, and with the opportunity to, put some points on the board.
Which is very pivotal, down by 10 right now. They give to Brooks out to 40, inside the 30. He could be gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Big time touchdown run, a 43-yard touchdown run by Zyree Brooks, And we talked about Nick Singleton. Well, right there it was Zyree Brooks' shot. A 43-yard touchdown run.
And that's exactly how you want to come out in the second half. Spring Grove scored in the first, 20 seconds of the third quarter?
21 seconds, And just like that, Andrew Osmond for the point after attempt.
And he puts his foot in it.
No good.
And that's a note from here. It looked like it was good. I'm sorry.
From our vantage point, we'll see how that plays out during the remainder of this game. A missed point after attempt, but still.
Big time play from Zyree Brooks.
Zyree Brooks matching Nick Singleton's run of sorts, and an impressive way to get things started here in the second half.
Well, coming into this matchup, that's one of the things we keyed on, the running backs for both teams. You have Zyree Brooks, and you also have Nicholas Singleton. Nicholas Singleton is recognized as the number one running back in the country, and Zyree Brooks has over 2,000 yards and one of the best running backs in our area.
And his 31st touchdown now.
And right now, Spring Grove is doing a great job of holding their own in this contest and not being shell-shocked, playing really good football, not making too many mistakes at all so far in this game. I mean, even if they are somewhat outmatched athletically, Spring Grove is playing a pretty sound game and not having any turnovers.
And they're in this game right now, currently down only by 4 points with 11:39 to go. Andrew Osmond puts his left foot into it, and another squib kick, keeping it away from Nick Singleton, and that's Trey Rock. Just past the 40-yard line.
Now, even though you're not kicking the ball to Nicholas Singleton and their other, kick returner, when you kick the ball short like that, it gives Governor Mifflin a short field, gives them around 60, 65 yards to go. So, what do you want? You want to kick it to Nick, or you want them to give them some of a short field? So,
And you're right. There's excellent field position now for the Mustangs of Governor Mifflin.
Well, they had excellent field position all game so far
Yeah.
because of kicking away from Nick Singleton.
And the give to Aiden Gallen out near midfield, and it's going to be back to that ground-a-pound game that we've seen really exhibited by both teams tonight.
Yeah, right now it's been a battle of the backs so far. You know, Zaire Brooks, has a big-time run, and so does Nicholas Singleton. And, they're going back and forth right now, and it's been a very interesting contest. I know a lot of fans back home that's watching this game.
Oh, we thank them for tuning in tonight from the comfort of their own home. They give to the up man again. Gallen with another carry. First down, Mustangs moving the chains here, with under 11 minutes to go here.
And so far, Spring Grove has only given up 2 big plays. That big-time run by Nicholas Singleton, which he was going to have a breakout run at some point in time, and that big-time throw from their quarterback down the field. It was about a 40-yard throw. So far, Spring Grove's defense has been pretty sound, and they're playing better football later on in the season.
And another running play there again by Gallen. Spring Grove's not intimidated by the Governor Mifflin Mustangs here. They're standing toe-to-toe with them right now and only down by 4 with just under 10 and a half minutes to go. But Governor Mifflin is moving the ball here.
Come on, defense! Let's go, Rockets, stay strong!
And when Spring Grove did score, they scored on some big plays, so, this shows you, we didn't see too many big plays from them during the regular season as far as throwing the ball down the field. But so far in this game, they have had an opportunity to make some big plays and have Governor Mifflin, kind of guessing on their heels pretty much.
Stop them here! Right here! Right here, defense! Right here!
But this is what Governor Mifflin lets you do. They like to wear down defenses. They like to run the ball, get first downs. Right now it's 3rd and 1.
And they give to Nick Singleton, looking to break outside, and he does down the far sideline. He could be gone, dude. He is. He can walk it in. A 37-yard touchdown by Nick Singleton.
He's so fast. He's so fast, man. You think he's slowing up? It's hard to even keep up with the camera. That's how fast he is. And he's a sideline specialist, man. He can get on that sideline within inches and run that whole field and not be touched. And just like that, to start the second half, 2 big plays from both of their best players on each team.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the point after attempt is up and good.
And that puts Governor Mifflin up by 11 points, 24-13.
24-13, 2 big touchdown runs by Nick Singleton, and I think Penn State fans are going to be in for a real treat. I don't think they've had a backup there at State College since Saquon Barkley, but Nick Singleton's going to be, I think, the next great one up there at Penn State.
You have Miles Sanders as well, but one of the fans even said Nicholas Singleton put on a jersey right now for Penn State and probably get a couple touchdowns tomorrow against Rutgers.
Yeah, against Rutgers.
And that could possibly be true. He's that type of running back, man. He's a special athlete. Glad that he's from the 717.
From our region.
Well, from the
610 area.
610, yeah,
610.
absolutely.
But, it's those transformational athletes. We had one in York, Bo Prabola.
Yep.
And prior to I felt Eli Brooks was that type of
Eli
player
was that
as
type of
well
player.
for Spring Grove.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick Singleton is that guy for Governor Mifflin.
Absolutely.
And it's neat to see talent like that coming through our region.
Also want to mention Khalid Dorsey for York High. He's one of those type of players, explosive on the offensive side. Dejaur Stewart, one of the guys that kind of stick out top of my head.
York High Bearcats.
And, of course, Kenny Johnson from Dallastown. He's going to be one to watch in the next year or so.
Kick to the up man again for Spring Grove, looking for running room, and they have an excellent field position here for the Spring Grove Rockets. Again, you kind of keep it away from Brooks, but then you sacrifice some field position here by kicking it to the up man.
Yeah, both teams have that defensive scheme as far as, kicking away from, their specialists on special teams, and it's giving both teams short field, to run their plays.
And it's interesting, you mentioned Kenny Johnson next year looking for some players to keep an eye on in YIAA. Kenny Johnson at Dallastown, and let's not forget Jaheim Florida White with York High. They'll both be returning seniors next year. 2 players in YIAA football definitely worth watching next year.
Yeah, Jaheim, he has he has amazing skill and talent. He's one of the guys you definitely will watch out for next year.
And the give to Brooks, looking for running room, trying to bounce outside, and not much going there.
Jaheim White also got a scholarship offer from West Virginia, one of the top Power 5 schools.
Yeah, and I have a feeling he'll be receiving more between now and next season. Of course, Kenny Johnson went out the last weekend to Columbus, Ohio, to visit the Ohio State University, and just recently this week picked up an offer from Boston College.
Wow.
And congratulations to both players. And again, there will be players to keep an eye on next season, but this season, and right now, tonight,
still
it's
going
Spring Grove
on.
and Governor Mifflin.
Andrew Osman, Zaire Brooks.
And they give to Brooks, brought down by about midfield.
By the big man, number 60. I'm sorry, number 87 for the Mustangs. And this is another 3rd and 8.
Yeah,
right now, it's going to be
Washington brought him down there on that play.
this is a crucial play right now for Spring Grove. They haven't been very successful so far on 3rd downs. They have kicked the ball away for a few times, so it'll be really good to see them pick up this 8 yards and this 7 yards and be really aggressive on offense.
We're just over 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. From Governor Mifflin in Shillington, Pennsylvania. Osmond rolling to his left, looking to throw the ball deep downfield, and has a receiver one-on-one down there, but near Riley Stone, incomplete. It will bring up a 4th down and 7.
I like the aggressiveness, but I don't know if you want to go that deep on a third and 8 with a team that when you get the ball back to them, they're just going to pound the ball on the ground and chew off more clock. I would try to do something, go a little bit short, see how many yards you can get, and maybe possibly even go for it on 4th down if you pick up something over the 50-yard hash mark.
But right now, do you see they're setting punting formation here? Andrew Osman back.
It's a double-headed monster back there for Governor Mifflin.
They kick to Nick Singleton, 30, 35, 40, down the left sideline, and boom, big-time hit to Singleton versus Osman there,
and that's
you
2
heard
big
that
players,
collision.
man. 2 big players. And you see Singleton, he's celebrating after that.
Yeah,
he likes the contact.
Rightly so, and a flag was thrown on that play. We're awaiting word here.
51 right, that was 51.
Andrew Osmond took on a freight train right there with Nicholas Singleton, and like I said, he puts his head down, man. And this is a different. He's just a different animal. He looks for that contact. 6'2", 215.
Every bit.
Looks like they're bringing. Looks like they're bringing the ball back. Maybe a personal foul.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to negate
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Nice return there by Nick Singleton, and it'll. Ball be set up at the, looks like the 35-yard line.
I want to give a lot of credit to Spring Grove. They're staying right in this game. They don't, I don't know what the fans see from their perspective, but Spring Grove is not letting up at all. They don't seem intimidated at all, and they're really playing really good football against a very athletic, undefeated Governor Mifflin.
Backs are in an I formation. Governor Mifflin. The give to the up man there. There's Aiden Gallen. Much to the delight of the Spring Grove faithful here.
And it looks like the fans from each side are starting to get into it a little bit. They're booing each other because they wanted the, Governor Mifflin wanted the whistle blown because he was stood up.
Bring up a 2nd down and 6 here. Ball on the 38-yard line. We're just over 7 minutes to go here. Governor Mifflin's possession. You can hear the rocket faithful here.
And that's probably only a pickup of a yard.
It'll bring up a 3rd down.
It'd be a 3rd and 4. And the Spring Grove can have a stop here. That would be monumental for their
Big
offense
time.
and their defense.
And this Spring Grove Rocket fan base trying to bring some energy and noise here on a 3rd down and 4. Ball on the 40-yard line of the Mustangs. The pitch out to Nick Singleton, looking for running room, far side.
And they stopped him. He's about a yard short, I believe.
It's a first down. It looked
First
very
down.
close. It is a first down, a new set of downs now for Governor Mifflin, moving the chains.
That pitch option that Governor Mifflin runs, I mean, it's deadly. I've seen it against York High. I've seen it against other teams as well. I've seen it against Harrisburg. And, you know, no team has yet
to stop Governor Mifflin.
Stop Governor Mifflin on that pitch option, man.
No, you know what's coming. It's just a matter as a defender if you're going to stop it or not. And the quarterback, you're all there. A 6-yard pickup there for Eden Johnson. Bring up a 2nd down and 4 with just under 6 minutes to go here. Ball at about midfield due. And another time-consuming drive. I think that's the game plan for Governor Mifflin. Chip away at the clock right now. A comfortable 11-point lead right now, 24-13. If you've just joined us right now, it's been an exciting matchup here in District 3 5A. And they give to Nick Singleton, looking for running room out inside, down the left sideline, inside the 40.
And he makes it look effortless, man. He's just that type of player, as we said again. You know, he's a lot bigger in person than what he sees on the field.
We've had the pleasure of interviewing him and meeting him when they came down to York High and laid it to York High 55-6. A little warmer back there at the end of August. How about it down at the Meadow?
Yeah, fans want to look at that game. That game is still located on our Sports Shooting Stars channel on YouTube. You know, we have a post-game interview where we talked to Nicholas Singleton and, you know, about his aspirations and what he has projected for this year. And so far, he's hitting all his marks. They won the Berks County Championship, and now they're only a game away from their district championship.
And a give to Nick Singleton, looking for running room. And a flag thrown. There's a flag down on that play, dude. That may be coming back here. And it will be coming back against Governor Mifflin.
And that's probably about the 4th or 5th holding call that we saw so far in this game against Governor Mifflin. And this has been a long stretch for the Spring Grove defense. They've been out there for at least the last 4.5 minutes.
Moving back about the 48-yard line of Spring Grove.
And that's going to bring up a 1st and 21.
First and forever, yes.
And that's a great position.
If you're Spring Grove right
If you're
now,
Spring Grove, you want them in this type of position because you know they're going to probably try to run the ball. So you got to stop it for the next 3 plays and hopefully get a punt.
And a give to Aiden Gallen, looking for running room right up the middle, keeping his legs churning.
Gallen gets 5.
A 5-yard pickup.
And right now, Governor Mifflin is in control, but it's only still a 2-score game. So, you know, anything can happen. As we said earlier in the game, Spring Grove does have an interception. They have her, recover the ball and scored off that interception as well on the next drive.
If you're Spring Grove defensively, maybe a turnover here to try to shift some of the momentum to your side with just under 4.5 minutes to go here as it brings up a 2nd down and 16. Trips formation, but the give to Nick Singleton and another flag thrown. And we're seeing a lot of the yellow flags here tonight. I have a feeling that may be coming back.
And that's going to put Governor Mifflin in a deeper hole. Could be a 2nd and 22, 2nd and 21. And they're walking backwards, Todd. They're That's against Governor Mifflin again.
It's like one step forward, one step back for Governor Mifflin right now with these penalties. Second and 21 now for Governor Mifflin. Empty backfield set for Governor Mifflin. Singleton in motion. And had to unload it and completes the pass to Aiden Gallen.
And that's a nice, about 11-yard pickup.
For Aiden Gallen, who we're calling his name a lot. If we're not calling Nick Singleton, Aiden Gallen getting his carries and receptions here.
And right there, they
for
used
Governor
Nick
Mifflin.
Singleton as almost as a decoy. Had him going out there looking like he's going to get a screen pass, and the screen kind of came the other way and picked up a good 11 yards. But right now, it's 3rd and 10, and this is very crucial for Spring Grove to get this stop right here. The defense has been playing good football all night.
Looking to throw the ball downfield, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Nolan Morris. And that will bring up a 4th down for Governor Mifflin with 3:04 to go.
And so far, Spring Grove has had Governor Mifflin punt the ball at least 3 to 4 times this game. That's good for the defense because they're not getting ran all over. They're playing stout defense and playing really hard football.
And it looks as if Governor Mifflin's going to keep their offense on the field here for 4th down and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line.
I think Governor Mifflin knows that, the momentum could swing if they kick the ball away and give it back to Spring Grove. So right now they want to keep the momentum on their side.
And out of field goal range here. Eden Johnson back in shotgun formation. You can hear the crowd here for Spring Grove looking to throw the ball downfield. And has his receiver, and it completes it. Touchdown to Braylon Stewart.
And that's the one play you didn't want to happen that happened. And that really took the wind out, I believe, Spring Grove just now. That's a deep ball, and that's at the back of the end zone for a touchdown.
And just when we thought you didn't see many pass plays, well, you saw one there by Governor Mifflin. And extends their lead right now with a point pending possibly to 31 points here for Governor Mifflin.
Yeah, and Governor Mifflin doesn't pass the ball that often, but when they have passed the ball so far in this game, it has been on the money. It has been big plays and some touchdowns.
And your score with 2:57 to go, Governor Mifflin 31, Spring Grove 13.
That was a dagger. But Spring Grove gets the ball back and has an opportunity to score again. And like I said, their defense has been, really good defense so far. Really surprised that, Governor Mifflin went for that on that 4th down. But like I said, they want all for nothing, and and they hit pay dirt.
Getting set to kick off here, Governor Mifflin to Spring Grove. And again, Governor Mifflin or Spring Grove, the winner of this game will play Exeter, the winner of Exeter and Cedar Cliff, with Jack games being played tonight. Other matchup in District 3 5A action. And nice field position for Spring Grove.
Really interested to see how Spring Grove responds.
Go ahead.
I'm really interested to see how Spring Grove responds to that big-time touchdown. Again, Spring Grove's offense has not been looking bad at all. The offense has been moving the ball. They had their scores. even though you only see 13 points, they have been moving the ball, just couldn't, get all those strikes that they wanted. But right now, it's very, very important for them to bring the ball down the field and see if they can get a score.
Need to bring some of that momentum back for the Rockets right now with 2:50 to go here in the third quarter before this game kind of slips away for Spring Grove.
And a reverse and plenty of running room out to midfield, down the right sideline, and brought down. That was Braden Merrill with a big run.
That's
just what Spring Grove needed, dude.
And that's a nice way to mix it up. I like to see things like that, little trick plays, and keep, Governor Mifflin on their heels. And, a big-time pickup, around 27, 30-yard pickup.
Yeah, a big run there by Spring Grove.
Picks up a lot of yardage in a little bit of time and gives Spring Grove an opportunity, again, to, get on that scoreboard.
To punch it in, and their hope is to get a touchdown here before the end of the third quarter. We're under 2.5 minutes to go. Governor Mifflin 31, Spring Grove 13. As I mentioned, a big weekend for Spring Grove Athletics. Tomorrow, the girls volleyball team will be playing for the state championship against Hampton at Cumberland Valley High School at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. The give to Brooks, looking for running room down to about the 25-yard line. I wish the Lady Rockets good luck tomorrow in their state championship.
Had an opportunity to film the Lady Rockets twice this year.
Bring up a 2nd down and 6 ball on the 25-yard line of Governor Mifflin. Osmond back in shotgun formation with Brooks, and a give to Brooks. Bring up a 3rd down.
And again, we want to tell the fans that's tuning in, like the score is 31-13, but it has been a very contested contest so far.
It has.
Governor Mifflin makes some big-time plays on 4th downs, and of course Nicholas Singleton, he's running around, doing his thing with the ball.
He has 2 big touchdown runs tonight.
But besides that, Spring Grove has been doing a really good job moving the ball on offense and actually having pretty decent defense, even though they.
Well, Zyree Brooks had a big run as well, a 43-yard touchdown run, and they give to Brooks, looking for running room.
And you wonder, Todd, is this 4-down territory at this point?
Yeah, it'll be a 4th and 1. Do at this point, if you're Spring Grove, do you bring that field goal unit out with Andrew Osmond, the left-footed kicker, or do you try to go for it on 4th and 1?
Down by 18 points, I would not bring out the field goal unit. I'll push it. Andrew Osmond, he's 6'2", he's long, he's athletic. I'll put him right underneath the center to get that 1 yard that you need.
And get a new set of downs.
Get a new set of downs.
Continues to tick. Spring Grove may be content to run the clock out here.
I believe so. Which is another smart move. Give their offense more time to think about the next play and get a little bit of rest.
And we are approaching the end of the third quarter here at Governor Mifflin in Shillington, Pennsylvania, with your score, Governor Mifflin 31, Spring Grove 13. Don't go anywhere. We have the final 12 minutes as we bring the game to you. It's Sports Shooting Stars, Dew Jones, Todd Edwards on a chilly night for football. But it's dry and no rain tonight as we're set up on the visitor side here at Spring Grove among the Spring Grove fan base.
Yeah, and if you're playing football in November in high school, that's a good thing.
It
so
is
as long as they're out here playing, doing their thing, we're going to try our best to, support them and give them a bigger platform.
Yeah,
and
it's
more
kind
exposure.
of a bonus game for us. How about it, Dew? As we had some sponsors step up. Of course, Dean's Auto Sales, S3 Performance Training, 717 Hoops, and how about 717 Media stepping up as well to support tonight's game? 4 sponsors. We're appreciative of our sponsorships tonight.
Yep, Dean's Auto Plaza, S3 Performance Training, 717 Hoop Dreams, and also 717 Sports Media. You can check out all their content and their information is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All our sponsors, and also their information is at our lower third of our screen. As you can see, their logo and also their contact information. One of our sponsors, Van Davis from 717 Hoop Dreams, his son's actually playing the BK Classic in about 2 weeks. So
well, November 28th, we'll be up at Wildcat Stadium in Dallastown for the BK Classic. Last year, if our fans remember, we were up at Dover on a chilly, full day of football. But here we go. We're back to action. 4th and 1, tight formation for Spring Grove. And they give to Brooks. we're awaiting word here, Du. It looks
I believe
as if
he got it.
Well,
No.
no. Quite contraire there, Du. They stopped him on
Wow.
4th and 1 to the delight of the faithful here at Governor Mifflin.
Wow.
And they'll turn the ball over and do right now with 11:54 to go.
That's tough.
That potent offense of Governor Mifflin back on the field.
Yeah, I mean, you want to give the ball to Brooks. He's a 2,000-yard, runner. I mean, he's the guy you want to have with the ball. But then again, like I said, you have guys like Andrew Osman, who's 6'2", 6'2 and a half, 215. He can go right over center and get that 1 yard for you as well. So, it was a tough call right there, but Spring Grove did what they thought was best.
And a running play there by Governor Mifflin.
And you know what to expect now. Governor Mifflin is content with running the ball, getting their first down, and every now and again when you fall asleep, they're going to throw it deep.
Well, they have a commanding lead right now with just under 11 and a half minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. They're in no hurry offensively right now with the lead.
And I believe so far, Spring Grove has given their best effort. They haven't looked sloppy at all. They haven't looked intimidated. I mean, they're down, but like I said, you're playing against a very athletic team with Governor Mifflin and some big boys on the front line with Governor Mifflin.
You can see that offensive line that Nick Singleton has the pleasure of running behind. And they give to the up man. And down the left sideline, that was Aiden Gallen with another big run.
And that's that three-headed monster that we spoke about before between the quarterback.
Eden Johnson, Trey Rock, Aiden Gallen, and of course Nick Singleton. It's ball set up at the 45-yard line of Spring Grove.
And you're starting to feel that the momentum is definitely on Governor Mifflin's side right now.
You have to think Governor Mifflin, if they're able to pull out the win tonight, they're going to be a strong favorite for the state title here. And they give to Nick Singleton. In 5A.
Yeah, another really interesting game is going to be played tomorrow with that Wilson Bulldogs versus Harrisburg Cougars.
Cougars. You going to be heading up there tomorrow to the game?
Well, I got a couple other commitments tomorrow as far as my son has a basketball tournament. My other son's playing at Thaddeus Stevens, so he has a game tomorrow as well. So I'll be in the Lancaster area tomorrow.
Just over 10 minutes to go here in the 4th and final quarter. They give to Nick Singleton, looking to break it outside off the edge, and he's down that sideline. Steps out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. New set of downs for Governor Mifflin. And they're moving the ball downfield here rather methodically, Du.
Absolutely. They're getting some big-time yardage, and you can kind of see it in Spring Grove's defense. I mean, they played stout, I believe, throughout most of this game, besides those couple big plays from the Governor Miffin's running backs. But right now, they're a little bit gassed. I think they're a little bit gassed right now. Still got to play to the whistle. They'll get the ball back if Governor Mifflin scores, and I know they're going to look to score and be aggressive on offense.
Backs are in an I formation and a quarterback keeper for the Mustangs.
Quarterback up the middle for a 7.
A 7-yard pickup right up the middle, bring it to 2nd down and 3 for Governor Mifflin.
And as we said before, Governor Miffin's average around 40 points per game, and they're close to hitting their mark right now. They started off really slow, but right now in the second half, they're starting to hit their stride, and they're really pounding the ball and really, wearing down that defense of Spring Grove.
Gallen with the carry. It will bring up a 3rd down for the Mustangs. 3rd down and 2, ball on the 20-yard line of Spring Grove.
Right now, Spring Grove, they want to stop the bleeding a little bit. They want to try to get a turnover if they can, which is going to be really tough. They have one turnover so far this game against Governor Mifflin where they had that interception in the first quarter. But they need another one. They need something to get them a little bit of momentum.
Momentum clearly on the side of Governor Mifflin. They give to Gallen, looking for running room, and he may have gotten it on that second effort,
And he picks up the first down. That was a 3rd and 2.
A 3rd down, a new set of downs, moving the ball, moving the chains.
And as you can hear, the Governor Mifflin faithful, the student body, they said, we are the Mustangs, the
You
mighty,
can hear-
mighty Mustangs.
And the
And they
winner
have
of
been
this
very
game,
mighty this year so far, being undefeated, winning the Berks County Championship, and now pretty much 10 minutes away from going to the district championship.
Nick Singleton with a carry out to the 10, 5, in, you walk in, touchdown. Nick Singleton, a 17-yard touchdown run.
And that's his third touchdown of the
Third
game.
touchdown.
He does that. I mean, he starts off slow. I see them, even with your Kai, he started off slow in the first half, and then, towards the end of the second quarter, second half, he just exploded.
He just gets his second win, and it makes it look rather easy there on that 17-yard touchdown run.
And he also had those big-time runs against Harrisburg Cougars as well when they played against Harrisburg. So,
There's no cupcakes on the schedule for Governor Mifflin, and right now they're in the driver's seat. A penalty called against Governor Mifflin there.
Penalty against the Mustangs.
right now, Governor Mifflin's having that storybook year pretty much, being undefeated, winning the county championship, and now
Defending district champs, by the way, Governor Mifflin, and would appear to be well on their way here again. Of course, the winner of this game plays the winner of Exeter and Cedar Cliff. They'll battle it off next week. How about it, too? If Governor Mifflin wins, they'll host the game right here in Shillington. Point after attempt. Snap is high. The kick is up. And good. And your score, Governor Mifflin 38, Spring Grove 13.
and you hear the victory music going on right now for Governor Mifflin. They're starting to feel that sensation that they're going to the district championship.
It's hard to stop a player the magnitude of a Nick Singleton. We've seen it on display tonight do 3 big touchdown runs, and it should be very exciting to see, number one, where this team goes as they push towards districts and states.
Yeah.
But when Nick Singleton goes to Happy Valley next year
Yeah,
and play for
he's
Penn
definitely
State.
going to make some more Penn State fans. I mean, some people be Penn State fans because he's going to Happy Valley. But, this is, Governor Miffin's one of them teams you want to follow. You want to support that team as well. Any team that, can get this far.
We've had the pleasure of broadcasting now two
of their
games
games,
with
yeah.
Governor Mifflin, so it's been
been
a
a
treat.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Been a
it's been a
pleasure.
treat to see some of the talent on display here, and particularly, as we mentioned, a transformational type athlete such as Nick Singleton. It's a kick to the up man at the 40. Nice field position here for Spring Grove with 8:14 to go.
Yeah, no matter how much they're up right now, Governor Mifflin, they're not going to kick the ball to Brooks. That's just not. That's their game plan. They're not going to do
Keeping
it.
it away from Zaire Brooks.
And Spring Grove has no reason to keep their head low for any reason at all. They had a really good season so far this year. 1 game away from the district championship. 10-1, regular season, or
Coming in
10-1
here
overall.
with a 10-1 record. Yeah, they defeated Waynesboro last week, and the week prior to that, Twin Valley, 2 big wins district playoffs for Spring Grove.
And let's see what
Quite
Spring
a season
Grove.
for Kyle Sprankle.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Spring Grove has in their bag with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Osmond back in shotgun formation. Heavy pass rush. Eludes the pass rush, but it's still on his feet. Osmond, 45, 50. Oh, lowers his shoulder and a big hit there. Andrew Osmond not shy about hitting either, playing safety on
Absolutely.
that defensive side.
I noticed that about Andrew Osmond a couple times when we filmed Spring Grove. He likes to lay the boom, and right there, that was on display.
Another player to keep an eye on next year, as he'll be a senior for Spring Grove next year. We mentioned Kenny Johnson and Jaheim White. Throw Andrew Osmond in the mix as well next year for Spring Grove,
Yeah, Andrew Osmond is definitely a guy that you want to keep an eye on. He's a big-time player. He's not scared. He's one of them, fearless, student athletes.
Already has an offer to Valparaiso State. I have a feeling
As
he
a
may
junior.
be receiving, some more opportunities. The give to Brooks, right up the middle. Ball's out and on the ground, and it looks like it was picked up by Spring Grove.
That was a heads-up play from a Spring Grove player. Looks like that's number 67 for Spring Grove, one of their linemen.
Kyle Lilich getting the pickup and the first down for Spring
Big-time
Grove.
play, Kyle.
Kyle making it happen there along the offensive line. It's neat to see an offensive lineman, you know, their eyes get real big when they get a chance to pick the ball up and
Absolutely.
cover the ball.
I think it's really important for Spring Grove to score on this drive. You know, just for the confidence and, you know, just to kind of end their season as it is. I think it's very important for them to score, and they're being very aggressive so far on this drive.
Under 7.5 minutes to go. Osmond back under a rush, looking to get rid of the ball down there on the left sideline and pushed out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
That's a
against
15-yard
Governor
penalty.
Mifflin.
That's a pass interference. That was pretty clear.
Pass intended for Riley Stone. But clearly,
From this angle, I thought Andrew Osmond was actually throwing the ball out of bounds,
Yeah.
but he had a guy down the field.
looks like the penalty called against number 25, Lama Northern, for Governor Mifflin. And due still 7:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. All 3 timeouts for Spring Grove.
Yeah. I think it's really important for, like I said, Spring Grove, in my opinion, has played a really good game so far. I mean, they seem somewhat outmatched by the big-time plays that, you know, Governor Mifflin has. But as far as their game plan and what they want to do, they have been doing it the whole game. They have been getting yardage on offense and playing pretty good defense.
Ball set up at the 15-yard line now. A first down and 10 for Spring Grove. Trips formation far side for Spring Grove. The give to Brooks. Looking to run right up the middle. Rather vocal student section there for Governor Mifflin. You can hear him from our side of the stands here. A 2-yard pickup for Brooks.
A little less than 7 minutes to go in the game. Governor Mifflin's up 38-13 over Spring Grove in the semifinals of the 5A district playoffs.
Osmond under heavy pressure and brought down by a host of defenders there for Governor Mifflin.
Looks like that may have been a
Third down.
QB keeper, but didn't have really much to
He didn't
develop.
have much time. Yeah, they didn't. Under a rush, and right now the clock continues to tick. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 ball on the 14-yard line. And do right now, if you're Spring Grove, you kind of have to have that hurry-up style offense because you're down by this many points. You need to punch it in rather quickly to get back into this game.
We want a touchdown! We want a touchdown! We want a touchdown!
Osmond. Intended receiver Riley Stone. Pass incomplete. Brings up a 4th down and 9.
Brings up a
And
4th
this is
and
basically
9.
4 down territory for the Rockets.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to get this 9 yards here. Somehow, some way, they got to get this 9 yards.
Or punch it in.
And
it
looks like
there'll be a
Coach Sprinkle's going to call a timeout.
timeout, his first timeout with 5:46 to go. They're going to talk things over here tonight.
And you can see Nicholas Singleton. He's over there getting his crowd hype. Number 10 right there.
Yeah.
Fans couldn't see everything, but he was yelling and shouting and jumping up and down.
Yeah.
And I think he's starting to feel that sensation.
That opportunity to possibly be in the finals next week for a District 3 5A title. But Spring Grove may have something to say about that.
Yeah,
with 5:46 to go, do.
Yeah, Spring Grove's not laying down at all. They're still being aggressive, still calling timeouts, still moving the ball down the field. And watch number 12, Andrew Osmond. He's going to have to bring some magic on this play here. He has to razzle and dazzle a little bit.
He certainly is known for that. The type caliber of athlete he is for Spring Grove. Single setback. Brooks to his left. Osmond looking to throw the ball and completes to Riley Stone.
And that's
he's near that first down marker, dude. We'll see. And he falls short. It looks as if he.
That was very, 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 very close.
Look. Well, as they say, what close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. How about it, dude? And a change of possession right now. It will bring Governor Mifflin offense back out on the field with 5:38 to go.
And a couple of fourth down, conversions that they didn't complete. Spring Grove has really hurt them this game. Like I said, I think they played pretty good, but they couldn't. They couldn't get, those fourth down conversions that they needed, and that's about 3 of them so far in this game. And I think that's kind of
the difference in this game.
It could be the difference, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, ball set up at the 10-yard line of Governor Mifflin, tight formation. And they're going to go back to their bread and butter right now. That's that running game, just pounding the ball with just under 5.5 minutes to go. A 6-yard pickup. And again, Gallen with another carry. First down for the Mustangs. We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, Dean's Auto Plaza. They're located at 6851 York Road in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Check out their inventory on Facebook and online. York and Adams County's area's biggest cars and truck dealer, and ask for Bruce. Also, S3 Performance Training, a sponsor for tonight's broadcast, along with 7-1 Hoop Dreams and 717 Media. Jumped on board, all 4 sponsors. We're appreciative of their sponsorships in tonight's game.
Quarterback up the middle for 9.
A 9-yard pickup there, due. Eden Johnson with a carry. Ball out to the 30-yard line. Tight bunch there for offensively for Governor Mifflin.
And also 717 Sports Media. They produce TV shows, podcasts, and daily news articles. Make sure you follow all their content on social media at 717_sports or on Instagram 717_sports_media or on Facebook 717 Sports Media.
Your score, 38, Governor Mifflin, 13 for Spring Grove.
And it's been a lot of hard hits so far in this game, Ty. Like I said, Spring Grove can walk away from this game, with a lot of pointers and a lot of pluses and positives from, from this good season that they did have.
Well, and they'll be back next year in PIAA action, and certainly a team to contend with in Division I next year. Spring Grove Rockets, you got to throw in York High. Of course, Central's not going anywhere, and Dallastown, led by Kenny Johnson. Should be a very fun and interesting season next year.
And there's some other
PIAA.
teams, and there's some other teams as well we want to see bounce back. That's like York Suburban. They had, not a really good year this year. We'd like to see them bounce back. As far as West York as well, we'd like to see them bounce back and have a great year.
Aiden Gallen with the carry.
We'll let the fans know that we do basketball games. We'll be in the, YIAA. We'll be in Lancaster. We'll be in Dauphin County doing basketball games this year. I mean,
follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be releasing the schedule, I'm sure, at some point down the road. But again, follow Sports Shooting Stars on Facebook and Instagram as we'll kind of flip the page a little bit, from football to basketball here over the course of the next several weeks and months.
Giving away player of the game shirts, post-game interviews. I mean, that's a special part of what we like to do, so can't wait to get back to
student athletes, no doubt.
Right now, it looks like Governor Miffin's pretty content with just burning off the time on the clock. I think now's a good time to ask the fans who they believe is a player of the game.
And the pitch out to Nick Singleton. Not much running room there for Nick Singleton.
And I guess it's pretty much unanimous. It may be Nicholas Singleton, who has unofficially over 174 yards this game and 3 touchdowns.
And 3 touchdown runs. It's just been it's been a treat watching Nick Singleton tonight at this level. And,
started off kind of slow and quiet so far in the first quarter.
And Spring Grove came in here with a lot of energy.
They did. They had the first score of the game, big time play between the Osmond brothers.
So a 2nd down and 8 for Governor Mifflin. The give to Aiden Gallen. And you're right, dude. I think right now they're content to just run the ball and run the clock out with just over 2 minutes to go here. Governor Mifflin 38, Spring Grove 13.
And Spring Grove has the opportunity to get the ball back if they stop them on this next drive. Won't be much time on the clock, but it'll be something they can do with the ball. Want to thank all the fans for tuning in tonight. Of course, thank our game sponsors, everybody that sponsors us throughout the year, especially this game here. This is a little bit out of our region, but we decided to come up because we believe this was going to be a good game, which it was.
And an opportunity to highlight one of the remaining PIAA teams left in district action this weekend.
It's not too many times you get to film the #1 running back in the country.
No doubt. And
it looks like Spring Grove would get the ball back with probably about 30
Singleton
to 40
with another
seconds
carry
to go in the game.
And the fan base of Governor Mifflin yelling, "It's all over" right now with just over a minute to go. It'll be a 4th down and 1. And you can see there Governor Mifflin's going to keep their offense out on the field here as the clock continues to tick here.
Expected QB sneak during the jumbo set.
Yeah, all bunched in tightly there, Eden Johnson. And who else? Nick Singleton with the carry, looking to break outside off the edge. And they may have stopped him there, Du, with 33 seconds to go.
I believe he did. They stopped him on 4th down. And again, that shows Spring Grove's defense has never given up throughout the whole game. A lot of positive and pointers they can take away from this game, pretty much this whole season. Definitely this game, though, playing against a perennial team like Governor Mifflin, who's, district championship, who are district ready, state championship type team.
And you have a feeling this Governor Mifflin team may be playing in the sweetest place on earth in December. It certainly would be
that was their
one
ambitions.
Of my predictions.
In the beginning of the year when we had their first game, that was their ambition, to win the counties, their Berks County,
and they did
win the districts, go to the states.
They're well on their way right now. 33 seconds to go. This Spring Grove possession set up at their own 46-yard line. They give to Brooks out near midfield. Maybe time for another play here for Spring Grove.
Not sure if they're going to run another play. They're letting the time kind of go down. Looks like they're pretty content with walking away with this one. And the Spring Grove faithful are clapping it up for their team. They played their heart out, but they came against a bigger, stronger, better team. Well-coached team. And Governor Mifflin.
Lang, yes, comes in here. They move to 10-0. And your final score, sports fans, Governor Mifflin 38, Spring Grove 13, as both teams line up at midfield to exchange pleasantries post-game. And you mentioned it just a few moments ago. I think player of the game certainly has to be none other than Nick Singleton.
Nick Singleton, he has our other player of the game shirt from the first game that we did. He had another stellar performance. He proved why he's the #1 guy in the country. Really good running back. Going to Penn State next year, but, still hold off on that. He still has a lot to do.
Unfinished business here at Governor Mifflin.
Absolutely, yeah. He has a lot of unfinished business. They're off to the to the district championship.
Next week, they'll play the winner of Cedar Cliff and Exeter, and it should be a barn burner.
Absolutely. Hey, you never know. We might be back up here next week, depending on, if the fans and the sponsors want us to come. We'll pop up and do our thing.
Up to Shillington, Pennsylvania here in Berks County, and I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank our fans for tuning in tonight.
717 Hoop Dream, 717 Sports Media, S3 Performance Training, and also Dean's Auto Plaza.
Hanover, Pennsylvania. All
big time sponsors.
4 big sponsors for tonight's broadcast. And again, we want to thank the fans that are tuned in, watching from the comfort of their own home. I'm sure it's much warmer there than here, but again, we thank you for tuning in tonight.
Absolutely.
Broadcast as we bring the game to you. We'll be back a week from Sunday with the BK Classic back in Dallastown at Wildcat Stadium.
Yep, right after Thanksgiving, we'll do the BK Classic. And we also have on our schedule to do a York Buccaneers game. I don't know exactly which game we're going to do, but it may be that weekend. We're going to do a York Buccaneers game, a semi-pro team out of York City. Should be really interesting. Like I said, they have a lot of guys that can play, some big-time basketball. So, definitely want to give them some more exposure. So we'll probably do a Bucks game within the next week or so.
And want to thank our fans and sponsors also. Rather thankful. Upcoming Thanksgiving next Thursday.
Yep.
A lot to be thankful for living here in America, and we hope our fans get a chance to spend it with their friends and family. And have a great Thanksgiving to our viewers and fans that are tuned in as well.
Yeah, like I said, all the teams in the PIAA, you had a great season so far. Still have a few teams that's still in it. But tonight Spring Grove played their heart out, but it just wasn't enough. They ran against a tough Governor Mifflin team, and they advanced to the district championship. And it's kind of cold out here, Todd. So we're gonna shut it down. You guys can shout us out or look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Sports Shooting Stars. Look us up. All our games are on YouTube.
If you want to maybe see Nick Singleton play York High, that's out there. You want to see some of those Central games with Bo Perbola, check them
Even
out
from
as
2
well.
years ago. We got games from 3 years ago.
He's a 3-year starter at quarterback for the Central York Panthers. They're all there. That video library's there, and we encourage you to watch Sports Shooting Stars. And thank you once again to the fans and sponsors for allowing us to have this opportunity to come to you each and every week.
Quick shout out to Cliff Kern from afar. He's somewhere, an IT guy. It was a small lineup today with just me and Todd, but we got things done. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We're going to get out of the shutdown. It's been a very cold night, but thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you soon. Congratulations to Governor Mifflin.
Governor Mifflin, big win tonight.
Big win tonight. Like I said, keep an eye on Nicholas Singleton and his teammates as they advance and go farther. And also, there's a big game tomorrow, Wilson versus Harrisburg.
Yep.
At 12 o'clock or is it 1 o'clock?
Yeah, I think it's a 1 o'clock kickoff from
game.
Harrisburg. Yep.
Okay, sounds pretty good. Okay,
Fans,
guys.
have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. And again, have a great Thanksgiving.
All right, see you later.